What up, y'all? Welcome to Cosmic Creatives, episode 6, I believe this we're on. Yes,
I think we're
episode
on
6.
five. I
Five was
think it's
5. I
five.
think it's 6.
I,
That kid Matt
either
was
way.
5.
Damn.
Anyways, this is our brand new podcast slash interview show where we bring on dope creatives and we conversate with them, pick their brain, get to know who they are, and let them share their talents at the end of the show. If you guys are watching this on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, please like, subscribe, and do all the bullshit that you're supposed to do when you watch this on live.
Facts.
We appreciate the support. And today's guest is a dope one. I actually really fuck with this artist heavy because she's just, down to earth, but also extremely talented. And she's just out there just doing stuff. She had a gig this morning that she was just telling us about. So she's just out there staying active. Ambition, how you doing today?
I am blessed and highly favored, my friends. Thank you, especially because I can be here.
Awesome. Yeah, and you actually
yeah.
performed at our campfire event. Thank you for that. It's one of our best performances that we've had on our stage.
Wow.
Let's talk about you a little bit. So what we brought you here. So who is Ambition? Where are you originally from?
So thank you for that intro, by the way. I'm from San Diego. And that's kind of hard to say, like, for people that are native to Arizona. It's just like, go back to California. That's why I'm like, I'm from San Diego. Yeah.
So when did you end up coming over to Arizona?
So I was 19. I'm 27 now, just turned 27. So I've been here, shoot, how many years is that? Almost a decade?
Like it'd be like 7, 8 years. 8
Yeah.
years?
Arizona really grew on me, and that's the thing too. I wasn't even supposed to stay here. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay out here 1 year, get a good job, save up, and then go back. And then I fell in love with the hip hop scene. I made good connections, good
Nice.
quality, and I was like, I should stay. I
Yeah.
should stay.
So when you came out here, was it because like was a job opportunity, or was it like family out here, or was it just like a new start, or all the above, or?
All of the above, yeah. Definitely my family wanted to come out here, retire, all that stuff. And like I was 19, just graduated high school the year before, and I was a little lost kid, just trying to find my way. I didn't want 10 roommates trying to live on the beach, you know what I'm saying? So I had to
Make a
do my
choice.
thing and come out here, and I'm glad I did. I mean, yeah.
So when it comes to the art, is that something that you've always been doing, or has that like a recent thing? And when did you like start to become do the rap thing and become an artist?
Damn, I started rapping when I was 14. I've been writing since I was a kid, since I could remember. But it started when I was 14, and my dad had a microphone, and I don't know how I figured all of it out. I hopped on GarageBand, and I just figured it out, and I never thought, oh, like 12 years later, you're still gonna be doing it, and you're gonna be performing and doing it professionally and all that. Like I never thought. I just was
Making
doing
money and stuff out of it. Yeah. I feel that.
it. It was crazy.
So you said that your dad had a microphone. Was he like involved in the entertainment world at all whatsoever? Or like what's like the background of your parents?
Yeah, so my dad actually was running his own podcast at the time. So I grew up Christian, so he was like basically doing prison ministry.
Oh.
And he had a podcast specifically for like inmates and stuff like that. So that's why he had a microphone.
Oh,
And I'm
nice.
pretty sure it was like this. I don't even remember what kind of microphone. And one, it's like a USB one, so it just goes right
yeah.
into the
Right into the
computer.
computer.
Yeah, yeah.
So as you know, that's like
No, I mean,
Yeah.
A
it
little,
gets the
little
job
condenser.
done.
Yeah, it's a condenser mic, but it gets the job
Yeah.
done for sure.
that's like beginner,
Yeah.
But hey, dude, it was the best thing to start on, the easiest thing I could learn and teach myself on, So
That's interesting that you say that your father was involved in the prison ministries. Is that something that he still does, or is he retired now?
he's retired now.
Was
He's
that like
retired.
his living doing the podcasting, or?
No, he did a lot of stuff. He owned a rock business, like putting stone on walls and fireplaces, things like that.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I'm super blessed, dude. I come from a family of entrepreneurs, so like most of my family has their own business of some sort. I happen to be the only person that does music in my family. Everyone does
Nice.
different stuff.
I feel the same way too. I'm the same exact way. I'm like the first person that's actually like recorded music out of my family and has something that I can listen to or like leave for like a future generation. So that's dope for you to say that as well. That's
Yeah,
dope.
it's kind of weird because
Yeah.
a lot of my family's military or they're in law enforcement, and for a short period of my life I was like, oh, that's what I have to do so I can stand out in my family, or that's maybe I should go that route so I
Right.
can feel like I'm doing something. My older cousins are doing this, whatever. So it was kind of hard for me to really be authentically myself and what I wanted to do in my career. but my family was super encouraging. Like they never ever were like, no, you should do something else, or are you sure you want to do that? Like that's not realistic. Like they were never negative towards what I wanted to do.
That's good. That was actually about to be my next question.
Yeah.
Like, how did your family like accept the idea that you were going to be an artist? Because I mean, that's like one of the biggest things, right?
That's a question that's been being asked a lot to like a lot of rappers, and like
Wow.
recently Corday he said that he would never let his son be a rapper. It's like, bro, you're a rapper, dog. What do you mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. That's crazy as fuck though.
I understand
It's
it.
like a family business too, though.
Yeah,
That's that's a lot of it. Like, and I mean, you said to yourself that like a lot of your family comes from like a bunch of entrepreneurs. So like being an artist is an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? It definitely is like a form of a business, and you have to be self-made and self-sufficient and consistent. So
Right.
you mean, I could definitely see your family supporting that because it's in line with what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's different than you
Right.
being like, well, I'm going to go be a manager at McDonald's or whatever, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go do that, but you know, it probably
Yeah.
would have been like, well, you know, you could probably go do a little bit more to be a self-starter. So let's talk about your music a little bit. How would you describe, like, let's say that I'm a famous person.
You're famous to me.
I'm a famous person, right? I'm an elevator, and you want to pitch your music to me. What would be like your 30-second pitch of like what ambition stands for and like what your music stands for?
Yeah, listen, like I'm all about having a message and a story. So anytime you listen to my music, you're gonna get basically a story of my life, my experiences, and my goal is to somehow relate to you in a way that can capture you. I don't like to make meaningless music. Of course, I have fun. I do my thing. Like, we're artists. We're creative. We do whatever we want, right? But for me, my goal is to relate, spread a message, and hopefully, not to sound corny, but just to reach who I can, because I don't like going on a platform just for everyone to just look at me and think, oh, she's so cool, or oh, like, to me it's not about me. And it took me a long time to get to this point, because it used to be, oh, everyone look at me, what I'm doing. Now it's like, no, like, how can I relate to you? How
sure.
can I be a leader to you? I don't know if that's an elevator pitch, but
No, I mean, that was good. Sold. No, I was going to ask you though, because like being obviously, like, I guess it's like a question you probably hear a lot when it comes to like the female rappers and all that. Like, how do you feel about like the current climate of female hip hop artists? And like, do you support that, or are you against it? Or are you like something where it's like, do whatever and like kind of figure out your own path? Or is it like something that like maybe you see yourself doing later on down the road, or maybe just completely avoiding, or like, how do you feel about the hip hop, like the climate for female rappers right now?
I'm a little disappointed.
Oh, really?
I'm a little disappointed, not gonna lie. Maybe just because I'm seeing what's trending, because I'm sure there's artists out there that have a big following. Maybe they're not on the billboards, or they're not on the radio. Maybe I just need to do some research. But what I'm seeing is that women are following a trend, and I feel like it's not authentic. I feel like I gotta show my body. I gotta show it. Look, that's fine. That's totally fine. But it's like, I don't know. How can we do it in a way where like we're still respecting ourselves? You don't know everything that I'm doing in the bedroom. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I'm not judging, because my older music, I was all about just saying whatever and doing whatever. And I just think with maturity and mindset and intention comes, so maybe not every artist has the intention. Some people, hey, I want to blow up and I want to just talk about whatever I want. Okay, cool. It's just not my style. So
Sure.
I'm a little disappointed that's mainly what I see is like,
I respect that.
Do you see like when it comes to like your target audience, what type of people do you see listening to your music?
dang, you know what? That's something I'm still trying to figure out. I'm taking marketing classes
That's
now.
good though. That's
Honestly,
good because it
it's a
is.
question that all artists should know. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, and it takes
Definitely.
time to figure that out. It's not something that's like easily attainable to know that answer.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, like, if you were to take a stab in the dark, like, who would you say listens to Ambition the most? Would it be like females, or even like guys that's checking it out, or like, or do you have like aliens I don't know, bumping? You're out of this world, intergalactic.
That's funny. Okay, so I check my analytics every now and then. Surprisingly, it's like 50-50, like men and women down the line, like down the middle, which is surprising. I thought, oh, maybe more women would listen to me. I'm a woman artist, but it's like split down the middle. And I would say more mid 20s, 30s. But I have friends with kids that listen to my music. So
That's interesting.
with that being said, that's another motivation for why I've switched up a lot of my music.
Yeah.
Like I curse in my daily life, right? But I don't curse in my music anymore. If I do curse, I bleep it. You know, so it's like, because these kids, I'll come over to my friend's house to chill, and these kids are singing my songs and they're excited to see me, and I was talking about some inappropriate shit. So I'm like, I gotta do better, yo. Like, so it just motivated me.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a good motivator for sure.
Oh, yeah.
also you're just opening yourself up to a wider audience too.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of artists don't like kind of even think about that because even me, I mean, I put out my music explicit and I could put out a clean version, but I don't. I mean, I could go back and to do the edits and rewrite it or like do the bleeps. It takes a lot of work, but by doing that, you're opening yourself up to a brand new audience because now people can play, especially mothers and fathers playing your music in the car. They'll be more likely to play it because they know that there's no curses in it.
True.
Yeah. So, but what's interesting about your music when I listen to it is that you're actually really, really talented. You know what I'm saying? Like you're actually you're a good artist and you're a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? You have good beat selection and like, you know how to flow on a beat and all that. So it's like, would you say that like a lot of the people who are attracted to like your audience is split, half and half? I would say that a lot of the men that listen to your music are just interested in the talent because you're talented. You know what I'm saying? Because you can actually rap. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of the reason of why I listen. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm like, man, she could rap. It's like, you know,
And you're not
that-
like
you
out
don't
here
get
like
that a lot of
sexualizing yourself and doing all that. So like,
exactly.
it's not like we're clicking on the music because like your titties are out or anything like that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, ambition. You're gonna expect a good song with some good quality music, and she's gonna rap on that.
With some
And like,
bars.
I even like
Wow.
preface that with the previous question because like when it comes, I think the misconception when it comes to like female hip hop rappers with like them doing the whole stripper thing and like this and that is that I think people think, and this is people who don't consume the actual music, they think that it's for men. But men actually don't listen to that.
True.
Men aren't listening to Cardi B. We're not listening to Glorilla. We're not listening to any of these artists. It's mostly females consuming this music. And that's where it gets kind of weird, right? Because it's like, where they're talking about their woo-ha and all this and that and how good they are in bed and all that. But like, why, like men don't listen. So why would we don't care, right? We're not getting that information. It's not being relayed to us.
Wow.
And so, but women hear that. And so then women think, okay, well, if this is what they think that men hear, maybe I should start like, doing the same thing. It gets kind of wild because it's like I said, with your music, like we don't listen to your music because like you're out here sexualizing yourself. It's because you're a dope rapper and you spit dope rap. And most of my favorite female rappers are just dope spitters, like Rhapsody, Chica. These are artists who are just dope on the mic. You know what I'm saying? I listen to the music because they're dope on the mic, and that's what it's about if you love hip hop. So what about when it comes to your music, what would you say is like your number one defining song? Like what would be like, this is me? Going back to the elevator pitch thing, I'm like, okay, that pitch was fire. You got any music? Oh shit, okay. Just going through your song, your shit. Like, what's the first song would you put on?
Damn. Okay. So, I've recently done some like indie pop type
Okay.
of features with the homies.
Are you singing?
I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't know if you smoke.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm not singing. I'm building up my confidence for that. So we're working on that.
Okay.
My homies sing, and they let me be the hip hop feature on there.
Nice.
So I really like pop music. I just, I'm not a singer, so it's like hard to dive into that. So I would probably show you, I have a song, one of my most played songs. It's called Don't You Worry. And it's just one of those really feel good, like positive. We're talking about smoking smoking out of function and not worrying about shit, basically. And it's just good vibes. So I feel like the energy is there. And I feel like it's just one of those good, you can play it on any occasion type of thing. So that's why I like it the most too.
Hell yeah.
It's like one of those,
Dope. What would you say is like your favorite thing about being an artist? Like, well, I guess your favorite thing about the process of being an artist, like the recording, is it the performing, is it the marketing, is it all of it, is it none of it? Maybe you hate all of it. Maybe you're like being forced by some otherworldly soul to make content. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's definitely
Hey,
a good
that's the
question
thing.
because honestly, it's like a lot of people want to be an artist, but they don't want to do the marketing side, the posting side, the all the logistics of everything, all the business
Right.
side of everything. So like, yeah, back to his question.
Honestly, this is my favorite part, like what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Because like we probably wouldn't be in the same room as each other if we weren't into music or, so my favorite thing is connecting with the homies. Something I learned recently because I've been listening to podcasts and stuff like that. Shout out Mel Robbins. I don't know if you guys listen, or I found her on Instagram. So she said one of the most important things in life is your relationships. And for a minute, I was like, really? I don't think so. But then I was thinking about my life, and I was like, majority of everything that I do is on my relationships, my friendships,
absolutely.
my connections with other people.
Yeah.
So I started kind of really listening to that. And yeah, I would say my favorite part is just connecting with other people, because music is cool. You know, it's fun. You record, you feel like a badass. You're listening to your track, bumping your stuff in the car. But if you can't enjoy it with somebody else or share it with somebody else,
Yeah.
it just hits different.
It's
Yeah,
like a
for
tree
sure.
falling in the forest.
Nobody can hear it.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe, right?
Yeah.
That's
So-
crazy.
Or
Yeah,
if you
that's-
see Bigfoot by yourself in the middle of the forest, no one's gonna believe you, right? But if you have the homie with you, you're like, no, we saw that together. It's a shared moment.
That's the best shit I've ever
That's the
heard.
best enough.
It's the truth. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
But yeah, this shit for sure.
I was gonna ask you. So when it comes to just your music in general, I know there's like a lot of diversity in it. I'm saying, and basically what I'm asking about is like your background. 'Cause I remember when I actually asked you when. So first of all, you're in our movie Magenta. You have a small role in there, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But
Yes.
I asked you what your background was, and you said you were Philippine.
Yeah, Filipino.
Is that
Remember
100%, or is that like, or are you mixed, or
Yeah, mixed.
Okay.
So
We're all mixed, bro.
right, we all got a little something. Right. So I'm also Latina as
Okay.
well, and a little bit African American, and I just love saying that because like, that's right.
So when it comes to like your music, like how much of that culture are you injecting into these stories? Like, are you trying to like let people know about your culture? Because I've heard, I haven't heard your whole range of music. I've heard enough of your music to like get to know you, but I don't know like how deep you go when you're like writing with your pen. Like, are you trying to like
Yeah.
unearth deep ancestral, I guess trauma would be the word I would use.
Yeah.
Or are you just trying to like have fun when you write your songs?
I would say have fun for sure. I recently started incorporating Spanish in the lyrics. I had the opportunity to go to Mexico City twice to perform at a weed festival.
Nice.
Made really good friends with an acid jazz band that are now the homies. We're gonna do a project together.
Nice.
But that motivated me. Like, I went to Mexico City and all my lyrics are in English, and they were still like, they don't know what the hell I'm saying, but they were so into it. Like, they were. So I was like, imagine if they could understand what I'm saying, or if I
Yeah.
had some Spanish in there. How much more will they like it? How
You
much?
hit a different demographic with Spanish. Oh, sorry. You hit a
Oh, I'm
different.
down there. Thank you.
So yeah, as I mentioned, you have a small role in my upcoming film Magenta. Is acting something that you're trying to do when it's all said and done? Like, where do you see the ambition, brand, and artistry, we'll say 15 years from now?
You know, I would say that's probably one of the main things I want to be doing. Kind of like right now, I do photography and videography on the side, and I want to get better. I would say it's the same thing with acting and things like that. So I definitely see myself in that world, and I'm super grateful that you allowed me on set, and you know that
Absolutely.
everything worked out, because I don't know if I ever got a chance to tell you guys, but after that day, I met some of your people that were on set. I met, you know, whole fight choreography team.
Oh yeah, okay.
And that was like, that planted the little seed of this one of my newer music videos where I have like fight choreography and stuff like
Oh yeah,
that.
I did see that.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
your most recent video. I remember seeing
I
that
think she
video.
dropped. No, she dropped one with a feature. We posted about it on Quasar Code. But
Gotcha,
there was
yeah,
another,
yeah.
There's another one. I think that was the one prior to that. That it was the one with the
right.
fight scene.
Okay.
So being on your set planted that seed, and also I used to do like theater when I was smaller.
Okay.
So this kind of brought me back, because I haven't done anything like that since being in Arizona.
Nice.
And so that kind of just, you know, you providing that opportunity, it gave me that confidence to dive into it again.
Let the
And
fire up.
I was like,
I mean,
oh,
I could
this is
definitely
fun.
see you doing some like Marvel movies, something like that.
What? Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got
Let's
a
design
vibe.
my suit.
I remember watching that video. I'm like, okay, she's over here throwing punches and kicks and doing all this. Like, okay, little action star over here doing her thing. It's dope. Like, and that's like kind of like why we even call this show Cosmic Creators, because it's not just like about like where you're at, but like where you plan on being.
Facts.
And that's why I always ask this question to artists, like where you see yourself like 15 years from now, because a lot of people don't know. Like, they just think they're gonna keep rapping their entire life. But like,
True.
do you see yourself rapping your entire life or creating music for the rest of your life, or you could be doing just rap, or you're gonna be doing like like kind of more pop music, or maybe doing like some folk, or like switching it up and dropping like a Afro beats album like Drake or something like that.
This motherfucker.
You know how sticky it gets.
You know what? I told myself, because you like, I go, and excuse me for my side tangents. It's just like I'm like in an awakening period right now. So, for me, I made an agreement with myself that okay, if I'm gonna keep doing this music thing, like I have to do it until I can't anymore, until I'm too old, can't move around on that stage no more. You know,
that's
longevity. Just like when I go to the gym, it's like, yeah, we want to look good now and hot girl summer, whatever, have that summer body. But for me, I'm like, I gotta be committed to this for life, and so I feel that way about music and mainly music. I don't know if I can say that about anything else, like my photography and stuff like that. Maybe I'll change my mind, but I just told myself do the shit until you are physically unable to, because you love it, and that helps me stay grounded and my endurance in it. Because like, I don't know if you guys experience, I've wanted to quit so many times. I was just
Sure.
like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if it's worth it anymore, so that kind of motivates me, my longevity in it.
So when it comes to like your personal life, do you see yourself like married with kids and doing all that and like having like a whole like family or doing that, or do you see yourself like solo out there just like riding that wave, or do you even think about that? Is that even something that's on your mind? Or
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. Definitely want like a spouse, and I'm still trying to figure out if I want kids. I don't know. Maybe I need to grow up a little bit more, mature a little more, because I feel like I would be happy to reproduce and watch life grow, but at the same time, I think I'd be okay if that didn't happen. And I can, yeah, I'm basically the only person in my family as well that like by now isn't married with kids. Like,
is there pressure in that department?
yeah, there is, but but
The
like
entrepreneurial side, not so much, but yeah.
I feel it.
my
Because that's
uncle-
family. And it's understandable, because a part of that comes down to like things that we talked about on the previous episodes, the generational aspect of that. I'm saying like your dad did what he had to do to put you in a position, so you had to do what you had to do. And if you decide to pass that on, that's fine. But if you do, then they like there's probably traditions and things that they want to make sure stay intact for the sake of maintaining the family name.
That's true.
what I'm
See,
saying?
that's a lot to think about
It is.
for men and women.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with my son, it's like, I try not to put too much pressure on him to be like an Eichner and like, carry the Eichner name. But I want him to do that. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he does, he is representing my name, and the name of my father, and the name of my father before him, et cetera, and so forth. So there is a bit of that. But at the same time, like,
Yeah,
we don't know how this life shit works. We could all die tomorrow, right?
it's true.
So it might be a simulation.
Facts. They just fucking unplug the goddamn fucking system. And we're
So
I think about that shit sometimes.
I know. Like when fucking like deja vu or some random shit happens. Yeah, I'd be tripping out.
Yeah, or like ever since I was little, anytime I meet somebody, they don't look like a stranger to me. Like I feel like every time I meet somebody, I'm like, I feel like I've seen you before. It's pretty much been everyone. Like none of you guys have seemed or felt like strangers to me. I don't know.
do you have like
It's the same wavelength that we're all the waves, the frequencies.
Yeah,
that we're all-
frequency.
Okay.
Yeah, for
do you
sure.
have like a lot of vivid dreams and like lucid dreaming?
Surprisingly not.
No?
I don't remember anything.
I smoke too much to have dreams.
Yeah,
Does
same
that
here.
cut dreams?
it does.
If you smoke too much, yeah.
Yeah,
It-
THC is known to cut the dream
yeah.
part of your brain.
I ain't even gonna lie. I be smoking a lot, so
Well, I mean that's
should be-
part of the reason why I love it so much, because I have crazy dreams.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
like, I have
dreams.
like insane like
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic alien invasions,
Yeah.
like friends murdering.
That's funny. I've had
friends
the
being
same shit. What the
murdered.
fuck?
Like it gets dark, and so
Yeah,
when I
that's
smoke
facts.
a lot of weed before I go to bed, it doesn't happen. So
I have a lot of what is it called when the one where you can't get up but you're awake?
sleep
apnea.
sleep paralysis.
Oh no, I mean not sleep apnea. Sleep paralysis.
Sleep
Yeah, I
paralysis.
have that shit.
No.
That should be fucking. If I sleep on my back like this, or if I just like this, I can literally feel myself awake, and I'm just like, oh shit, I can't get up, and it's so scary.
That's definitely a sign of anxiety, though.
Yeah, it's well,
That makes sense.
that makes sense, dog.
But speaking of anxiety, let's talk about like the mental health aspect of like being an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like part of being an artist for us anyways is like a sense of solace and being able to express ourselves and have release. But at the same time, when it comes to like putting yourself out there, there's so many things you have to do. You have to, make the social media posts. You have to do the shows. You have to shake the hands, kiss the babies. You have to go to the recording studio, this and that. So how do you find the time to be? First of all, what's your real name? If you don't mind me asking you.
It's Brianna.
Brianna. How do you find time to be Brianna and then the time to be Ambition? Like what? How do you walk that line and find that balance? Or are you just always Ambition? Is you just Ambition all the time and then just
That would
deal
be
with
dope.
that? Right.
Right.
I love that. That makes me think about and reflect on what I do. You know, when no one's around. Honestly, I'm in my spiritual bag right now, so I definitely make time to pray. Just to ground myself, because I feel like I'm always overthinking with the talking about anxiety,
Sure.
the overthinking and stuff like that. So I take that moment to just breathe or to just read, get in the word, and that's kind of the only thing really that helps me just separate, because before that's all I wanted to talk about with ambition. What's ambition doing? Whatever. But then I started prioritizing my relationships, like what we were talking about, and things like that. And I just stopped making things about myself. You know what I mean? Like that was number one. So that helps me.
Yeah.
Although I like ambition, I like the persona, the drive, all that good stuff.
I mean, your name alone is ambitious. I'm saying, like, I know, like, kind of pun intended on that, but like, your name is literally ambition. I'm saying, like, you're saying like it's a word that has, I don't know how to describe ambition without using the word ambition. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of like drive and forward movingness and like, I got to get it done and all these things. That's what the word means, right? And so when you're putting yourself out there, that persona, like people are looking up to you kind of like almost as a totem for ambition, a totem for success, a totem for being self-made and doing these things. And so, it's just interesting that you do understand that, hey, I gotta be Brianna for a second. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are just like, I'm gonna be whoever little turd all day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Is that you?
That's me. That's my other ego. When I'm done here, I turn into a little turd. But what's up with the music though? You got some new stuff coming up? Or you working on some? I know I reached out to you about collaboration. I think we're gonna work on that here pretty soon. But do you have some new shit coming out here soon?
Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed actually. Let's not talk about it. No, just kidding. I'm working on like 3 or 4 projects. I know it's like
4. Okay.
Yeah, and it's weird because I'm trying. How do I prioritize what should go out first? You know, because now I'm very serious about what I'm doing. So it's like, what season are we in? Oh, summer. Okay. You know, I didn't used to think about those things before I just released stuff. So now I'm like trying to be more strategic. So yeah, it's a little overwhelming. The 3. One of them's with my friends in Mexico City. That band.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if you can imagine, we have the language where I speak a little bit of Spanish and they speak a little bit of English, so we kind of make things work and we practice the language and stuff. But trying to communicate, finishing a 5-song project when we have weak points in the language, you know, and they're in Mexico City, so it's like, how do you maneuver? And it's a full band, saxophone, trumpet, all that.
So are they like sending you stems or just beats and you're just like kind of recording it and you're going back and forth? That's just how it's going down.
So I had this references pre-recorded, and I went to do the festival out there, and I wanted to do just a live set of what I already had, but they were just references, and they learned it, and we killed it, and it was crazy. Like now they're like,
these are like songs you just already had that you just sent to them and they learned.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
dude,
that's
it
dope.
Was crazy.
That's dope.
It's crazy. In 2 weeks they learned like 5 or 6 of my songs. It was like super last minute.
That's awesome.
And so we decided, okay, let's make this a project, and then they're gonna help me translate some of those songs Spanish.
That's amazing.
That's
actually like a dream scenario for like most artists. Really? I think most artists would like most rap. I would love to have a band interpret my music like that. Like go take all my songs and do that. Like I'm sure I could go find and do that, but like the fact that they just hey, let's do this, and they're bringing you out to Mexico City and they're doing this, like
that's dope.
Got some good shit going.
Again, connections.
Hey, those are your connections too, though.
Yeah.
Mi casa, su casa. I'm saying, and they're great people. They're great people.
So is that, or can we expect that first, or are you kind of figuring out like your strategy still in terms of
I think it's good. I think you're doing it really good how you're dropping singles and videos and stuff, because people are really like, dang, we want more type of thing, or it's like if they're expecting a project, you can just, drop it on them whenever, but keeping that like consistency of singles is always great. I think in the new wave right now too, because
I mean you got to stay active. I always tell this kid all the time, like
I know I'm
Just
jumping
be
a song.
active.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, be active. Especially with like the TikTok generation and all that. Like we're dealing with attention spans and algorithms,
Right.
and there's probably another A word I could throw in there to make it sound fancy, but I don't
Yeah.
want to. Ambition, algorithms, ambition, and what was the first one? AI. No, I lost it.
Damn.
AI is a good one.
That's
But
just crazy.
what's your social media game like? Are you out there doing the TikTok dances? Do you got the ambition bop, or do you got the?
I would like some help on doing that because I don't do that yet. Now I'm just gonna have a microphone in front of me and you know
rap.
I'm in the studio. I'm gonna rap, yeah. But you know that's funny you say that. I'm trying to eventually have some kind of choreography with what I'm doing.
Can you dance?
I feel like I can, you know, I'm like, yeah, you know. But I'm shy. That's my problem. It's funny
okay.
because I rap my ass off on your stage
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there, but when it comes
It's
to
like
dancing,
it's the Brianna ambition thing, right? Like
you go.
I had the same thing because I'm all about superheroes, right? You guys see my posts, like Spider-Man's my guy, right? And you look at Peter Parker and you look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man when he's fighting villain, he's like doing the quips and talking shit and doing it all cool. But when he's Peter Parker, he's just like shy and he's nerdy. But
That's true.
when I'm on stage and I'm doing a podcast or I'm in a certain mode, I'm Spider-Man. But then when I'm like at home, I'm nerdy.
So you understand? You understand that too?
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an undercover nerd.
Yeah,
Undercover. I think we know.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, you're dope, dude. And consistency, like what the last video I seen, at least that I seen you drop, you're in a car, some kind of animation.
Oh yeah, shining.
Yeah, dude, crazy visuals. But is that the last thing? Speaking of consistency, though, like, is that the last thing you dropped?
No,
or
yeah, that is the last thing I dropped, and yes, I am being inconsistent. As you can see, we've been consistent with other things, though.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay,
always
see?
good.
Yeah.
But yes, I do have a this isn't about me though, ambition.
It's not about me either. I
but
told
yes,
you.
but yes, I have some shit coming too, and thank you for I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, we went crazy on that track and tried to do something special. It's
Yeah,
like-
shout out to Edwin on the video.
yeah, for sure. Shout out.
Hell yeah. But I understand that, and I think you're gonna come back to the music stronger because you're doing other shit you like doing.
Yeah.
And then you
for
can
sure.
come back, and it's not just the everyday. Okay, I gotta do this again. Like a
Well,
9 to
it's a
5.
grind. I mean, that's a part of the reason. Even with like the last project I put out, they were decent. I had this whole campaign where like everybody who downloaded a project would get a water. Like I was doing water bottle donations to
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
Revival and all this, and like that shit exhausted me. Like it was a good. I was running around in the spacesuit and doing it on the rooftop. I had a pretty crazy campaign on that, and like it was consistent though, and it did well.
Yeah.
But then like going back to that, I'm like, okay, I need to do this again. Like people want more music from me. People have been asking me when my new music's coming out. I'm like, oh. I don't know, man. 'Cause, like, I got so much shit going on. I'm like, I'm running a nonprofit.
Yeah.
I'm running this place. Like, I'm trying to like do this and that. And so it's like, oh, I don't know. You guys will get music soon enough, but I want to
Right.
make sure I have time for Jaron, right? Time for Peter Parker to go do his thing and chill and like recharge the battery a little bit. Cause I'm a bit of an introvert and like I always joke around with my wife when she takes me out to various family events. I have an extrovert point system where I have so many extrovert points and they'll get exhausted in whatever situation. Like if I'm talking with one of the uncles and they're just talking a little bit too long and I'm just the extrovert points are going down. And then once it gets to the bottom of that meter, it's like I start making the faces.
All right, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Can we fill that meter real quick?
Yeah. I'm going to go out front real quick and puff on the pen or whatever. And my wife knows because she'll see the face. She's like, oh, damn, he's running out of points. We got to get out of here. Shit.
Damn, that's relatable.
Yeah.
As fuck.
Do you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert or omnivert?
Omnivert,
Yeah,
for sure.
same.
But I'm just like you. I got that social battery. Difference between you and I, just based on this story you just said, I keep my composure. So I still seem like I'm totally into the event or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I'll fake
That
my
will get
energy.
harder as you get older.
Yeah.
I bet. I'm not.
Your face starts to droop more, so it's hard to hold the emotions up because it starts to sag. So this is the wrinkles. But when it comes to the introvert thing, like, what do you do at home? Are you playing video games? Or are you like watching like what's the hot show on Netflix right now?
Shit, I
Squid Game. I don't know. It was 3 years ago. Gosh, Sharon, catch up.
catch up, man.
You season
We're not-
6.
We're not out here watching shows.
Yeah, don't even have time to watch
I
shows.
know. Fuck. What's the last show I think the show that I'm watching right now is season 6 of Better Call Saul. But even that came out like a year ago.
shit.
But
I binge watched that beef show that came out.
was it good?
It was good.
I didn't. I watched.
It
Like
wasn't
two
good enough for me to
episodes.
talk about it on Facebook. Obviously, I didn't
Yeah,
make
it
a
was,
post about it.
Right.
funny as
We
fuck.
would've
Yeah,
seen it.
that's right. Yeah,
You guys
I only
would've
watched
been
like
like,
I
"Damn,
watched
you
2
saw it."
episodes and then I just.
I get all my news updates from Jay over here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Like
Facts.
anytime, like he's the first one.
I've been slipping though. I've been focused on this fucking place the whole time. So I'm trying to get back to it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we're trying to
Balance.
do more of, like Quasar Codes, get more news content out. But at this point, I think this is a good place to kind of rest the episode. But we appreciate having you on here. We really, really do. Do you have any shout outs you want to give, or do you want to talk about your social medias or how people can reach out to you and do all that? I'll even give you the close up here. If you
Oh,
want.
thank you. So shout out to you guys for having me today. You know, you stepped me out of my little gig from today, which I'm exhausted, just like you guys. Like go. So I appreciate you guys making some time.
Have as
to
much
do all
coffee
this.
as you want. Feel free.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to you guys, and just shout out to everyone that's like rolling with me right now. Just my engineers, my, the homies, have homies riding with me and stuff like that, and just keeping my pen sharp. So just shout out to you guys. Instagram, Ambition the Great. TikTok, same thing. YouTube, Ambition619. Check out my visuals, my movies. It's not gonna be as cool as Magenta, but
Yeah, check her out on Magenta. Should be in Magenta. If and when we get that movie done, we're trying to finish that movie still. I know it's been over a year. We're not going to talk about it.
touchy subject.
Touchy subject. Fucking hot damn. Anyways, but she does an amazing job in that film, and one of her songs is featured in that too. So
Yeah.
is that song is out now because
Yeah.
you sent the video for me. Yeah, so that song's out right now. So yeah, make sure you check her out, and what we're gonna do, since this is Cosmic Creatives, we are gonna have Ambition do a in studio performance. So if you're watching this live, we guys are gonna kick you guys the fuck out of here. We appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do the things that we do. But the full episode with her performance will be on the Cult Life YouTube channel. So just go to QULTLYFE on YouTube. It's a lot of letters, but you guys will find it. Or just Google our names. Jaron Ikner and Voodooeyes will pop up, or Ambition. And you'll find this episode with the full performance. So we appreciate you guys watching. We will see you guys soon. One love, peace,
Does the
love, and
guitar
chicken
on this
grease.
one. Part of the Color 8 band. He's dope. Shout out to him. Yeah. Welcome to my fantasy. Where I find the one who truly wants to hold it down for me. And it won't be catastrophe. The stars of all align. I'm thanking God for this masterpiece. I'm glad to meet you. Know it's short notice. The world is crazy, but I promise that I'm focused. Will you pray for me on days I'm feeling broken? Will you stick with me when I am at my lowest? Look, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I know it's hard to believe. I get the shirt off my back, cause they don't make them like me. Honestly, I need someone to match this energy. Type of love, they wanna film a documentary. I've matured, it's been a long time coming. Ain't it something, did the work, and now I love who I'm becoming. Ayy, feel my words, it's been a long time coming. Ain't it something, did the work, and now I love who I'm becoming. Ayy, welcome to my fantasy. Hey, we need a singer for this joint, by the way. It's not all the way done. Y'all are getting an exclusive, so peep the second verse, and hopefully we have a singer next time around. Yeah, welcome to my fantasy. Yeah. We ain't fighting when we disagree. I'm gonna hear you out and then you'll listen to me. This the type of patience we gon' need. We can't read each other's mind, communication is key. We ain't mad after the sun goes down. I say I'm sorry and you tell me you still want me around. Yeah, I kinda like that sound, cause I just pissed you off and turned it into a smile. It won't always be a walk in the park. You're still my sand on the beach, the one that's searching my heart. Now, I can't even stand it when we're apart. I feel the spark, you're my light after the days in the dark. But then again, you're just a fantasy. I'm praying that it had to be. I hope you're seeking God and your family. And until you come and look for me, I'll be waiting for you patiently, baby. Welcome to my fantasy. Hey, shout out Mafia Soul. They're gonna help me do the Spanish Mexican version of the songs. See how well we can translate all those lyrics. Yeah, welcome to my fantasy. Shout out to Star Camp Creatives. Let's go.